unrivaled sound and unparalleled performers from the Wasatch Front, your Utah Spirit Team, the Utah Dance Team, the U Color Guard, and the University of Utah Marching Band. Get ready to enjoy the pageantry, the power, and the tradition of college football done like no other conference in the nation, Big 12 style. And now, please welcome the premier college band in the West, the Pride of Utah! Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to midfield. Presenting our nation's colors are representatives of the University of Utah ROTC, accompanied by the immortal God Bless America, conducted by the Director of Bands at the University of Utah, Dr. Jason Missel. Utah fans and alumni all across the world, please join the band as we present the University Alma Mater with guest conductor Dr. Michael Stevens. An emeritus professor of surgery at the University of Utah's School of Medicine, Dr. Stevens is also the nephew of the Alma Mater's composer, Beatrice Stevens. Ladies and gentlemen, help us sing along. This is Hail Utah! Tonight, we honor the passing of a Utah legend, Joyce Rice. She and her husband, Bob, were instrumental in funding the original Rice Stadium, whose name continues to live on today in Rice-Eccles Stadium. Thank you to Joyce, Bob, and the entire Rice family for your contributions to the University of Utah and Utah athletics. Fans, we now ask that you please rise and remove your caps to join us in honoring America with the playing of our national anthem. Conducting tonight is the Assistant Director for the Marching Utes. Please welcome to the podium, Dr. Stephanie DeLuca.
Thanks.
On behalf of the Utah staff, drum majors Tim Withers, Zoe Welch, Christian Manley, James Hamilton, and directors Dr. Stephanie DeLuca and Dr. Brian Sproul, we welcome you to beautiful Salt Lake City for our 2024 Military Appreciation Celebration. Tonight we come together to celebrate the men and women of our armed forces and honor a rich history of military excellence. Tonight, the team down south comes to town to take on your Utah Utes! And now, featuring the Utah Dance Team on the east sideline, we invite you to snap, clap, and touch your toes. Shake it out, it's hot to go! One more round of applause for your Utah Dance Team. Ute fans, we're excited to present our Armed Forces Appreciation Show at halftime of today's game. Make sure you're in your seats to help us recognize our veterans. From the red rock color of the South to the fertile fields of the North, from the great desert in the West to the mighty mountains in the East, it's time to let the nation know that we are the University of Utah! How about that first half, Ute fans? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the field, the BYU Marching Band, directed by Professor Fred McInnes, and your University of Utah Marching Utes, directed by Dr. Brian Sproul and Dr. Stephanie DeLuca. We'd also like to extend a warm welcome to the West Sideline, celebrating their 100th year of service, the men and women of the 23rd Army Band of the Utah Army National Guard, with guest conductor Chief Warrant Officer 2, Spencer Froh. In a combined performance with the BYU Marching Band, we dedicate our halftime show to the many members of our armed forces with renditions of theme songs for each branch of the military. If you or a family member is a current or former armed service member, please stand and be recognized when your respected branch is introduced. We start tonight's festivities with the largest section of the United States Armed Forces. Please stand and be recognized if you're a member of the United States Army. Next, we move to the mighty sea and introduce the sailors of the United States Navy. We now take to the skies as we honor the airmen of the United States Air Force. Returning to the shores of this great nation, we introduce the United States Coast Guard. Remember, if you hear your branch, please stand and be recognized for your service. And finally, first ones in and last ones out, we now honor the members of the United States Marine Corps. We ask one more time that every veteran in attendance stand and be recognized for your bravery, sacrifice, and service to this great nation. We now ask those remaining to join our veterans by rising to your feet and helping us to honor America with a rendition of America the Beautiful, performed by the BYU Marching Band and the Pride of Utah. One more round of applause for the BYU Marching Band, the 23rd Army Band of the Utah Army National Guard, and the Utah Marching Band and Spirit Team. On behalf of the band, I'm Zach Janis. We thank you for celebrating our American spirit along with us. Good evening, everyone, and go